folks, I'm back here with Mr. Harvey. I've had so many requests to get him back in front of that camera and talk about dogs. So today we're not going to talk too much about dogs, but we're going to talk about, I guess, what would this be called? A tool in training?
Yes, it'll be just giving you an idea where we like to train them and what we look for in hounds.
Absolutely.
And,
you can evaluate in a place like this.
You can tell what you're working with more when you can lay eyes on them and with a range, see what you're doing, and then see if that's going to be the dog that you want to put your time in. So that's what we look for when we got pen like this, to look for the dog that got to hunt. They ain't got the willpower. If you do something wrong, if we have to chastise, we want them to go right back to hunting. We don't want them to settle and walk behind, because that ain't the one we want. We want one that got a lot of energy and that we can put into him what we want to make a real dog out of. And I promise you folks, give me from 8 to 10 months, I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Well, hey, you heard it. You heard it from the horse's mouth. He has some puppies, and he's going to put them through the process. Pretty much the same way I go about doing things in my pen. Like he said, it's a place you can evaluate dogs. And like I said, a couple of videos ago, I put out a video a couple of videos ago that was based around my pen, and I showed little clips of Mr. Harvey's pen, the process of clearing the ground. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of money and a lot of manpower, you know, and it's becoming so difficult to find people that even want to do this type of labor anymore. It's really intense. My recommendation is to do it in the cooler months. I did mine in the summer, and Mr. Harvey's ironically doing his in the summer, and he can speak on how that sun pulls everything you have out of you. After you finish working out here on a pen like this in the heat of the day, you don't have anything left. So consider doing a pen in the cooler months. But he has an evaluation tower, a little house. I have just a ladder and a seat, so mine is open, but he will be able to be out here, you know, rain, sleet, or snow. So that's going to be very interesting. I'm sure you're going to have quite a few days you sit back there for hours.
Definitely. It's going to be approximately 10 feet in the air once we set it up. Okay. And I'll be able to get up in there. If I have in the winter month, I have a little Coleman lounge sitting there. And hey, I got a little generator. I can set it down on a platform. If I want to keep warm, I can keep warm. Awesome. Whatever the thing is I want to do, I'll be able to do it out there at the little house. So it's going to be something I really enjoy.
And watch these dogs run. I don't care. I mean, because at the end of the day, a good dog don't care what the weather is. He's going to still perform. You know, you got fair weather hunters and fair weather dogs, but we don't have those kind of dogs. So you train them in that stuff, they will get used to it. You know, but yeah, I'm pretty excited just to have a friend like this, so I can not run in my pen all the time, come in and throw them in a different environment. Because I tell you what, a lot of guys don't believe it, but you can take a dog from one location to the next, and it may take them a second before he get acclimated. So it's always good to change environments. I'm talking about, I tell you a couple of situations I can remember clearly. I typically run in the swamp and in grassy environments and very thick stuff. And the first time I took a group of dogs to a hardwood area, and those leaves off of those trees really gave them, you know, a lot of problems. They could not hold that track, you know. So I took that and I started going to that area quite often just to get them acclimated and used to running on leaves and in pine thickets too. You know, pine straw can be rough too. So, but I believe one thing, Mr. Harvey, I don't know if this is the case. You can tell me if I'm on the right track. We make a lot of excuses for dogs, but a good dog should be able to run anywhere you put him on the ground.
Yes, he's the dog that I'm looking for. That's what I want out of him. I want to be able, when I put him on the ground, I want him to do just what I want him to do. That's find that rabbit and run him in style.
That's right.
It's like Charles saying, temperature can have effect on some dogs. Some not running and frost. All right, some of them open too quick, and some of them got that nose. They want to stick that nose on that rabbit before he can get up. I've had all kinds, but my favorite dog was one of those that didn't matter where you put him at. If it was a rabbit that he was gonna find him, or she was gonna find him, and they was gonna run him. So
Absolutely.
those are the kind of dogs that I breed. Those are the kind of dogs that stays in my kennel. So anything less than that, every breed they're gonna be the best of some of them, and then there's gonna be some that mediocre. I got some of this rabbit on it. I give them to them. I don't want those.
Yes.
I want that one dog or that two dog out of that litter that hammer me a rabbit. So that's what it's all about, Jim.
Like, as you can see, he is putting himself a very nice running pen on his newly purchased property. I think you said you've been wanting one.
Yeah, I've been wanting one. I guarantee for 15 years or longer. I wanted to buy this land. I built here, I guess, around 30 years ago. I've been trying to buy this property that long, but the family that owned it, they didn't want to sell it because that was their granddaddy's property, and so they cut timber off of it once, and then they decided they get a little age on them, which they're not old as I am, but they want to sit down there than I do, so they decided to sell it. And I was proud of it because I wanted something pretty close by the house where I can just walk out the door, go to my dog pen and throw a couple young dogs in there and sit back and enjoy myself. It's been a long journey with me for the rabbit hunt. I've been hunting all my life. I come from two families. That mother side, they was a hunter, and my dad's side was a hunter, so it's bred in me to do just what I'm thinking about doing here, enjoying myself with my dogs.
Absolutely. That's a testament, y'all, to the fact that a gentleman that has been doing it as long as Mr. Harvey, he's still at it. You know, he didn't have to do this. I mean, this could be something that a 30, 40-year-old guy would be more interested in, but he is still rolling. I mean, as the years go by, it seems like he gets a little deeper and a little deeper. So he's not going the opposite direction. He's going forward. So I'm pleased to know Mr. Harvey and to have a friend like Mr. Harvey, someone that has that passion, because like he and I both talked about on many occasions, you really have to be dedicated to this. And it's a testament to the fact that if he sees the need for a rabbit pen, you know, that means that they're worth their weight in gold. Like he said, he can, I think we have some pictures of the pen, but the house is right behind the pen. One of those houses is his house. So it's not loading up dogs anymore, having to go 5, 10, 15 miles up the road. He can just drop them off right behind the house, get up, have that cup of coffee, and come out, and he's putting a house right in the middle, you know, an observation house right in the middle of his pen, and that's going to be rain, sleet, or snow. You know, if it's raining, he can still get in there and just check his dogs out. So I've had one, and I've expressed to him how much I enjoy mine, but for years, just like myself, we would occasionally send our dogs to other guys that had pens, but you know, they charge. So at the end of the day, we're trying to save that extra money, but it takes a lot initially to get these things up and rolling. And as I walk around, I don't see any stumps in his pen. So he took an excavator and this dozer back here, and he cleared it out 100%, all the roots. So he's gonna have nothing but grass. Like, you know, when I made mine, I left the old stumps in there, and they eventually rot out. So it's several different ways you can cut costs, or you can really put a lot into one, but they're worth their weight in gold. So you you guys are definitely coming along with it. I initially came down here and kind of showed Mr. Harvey how I put mine together on a little stretch. Pretty much did a 100 feet stretch, and he's got some guys to help him out, and they're going from that illustration that I left, and they are doing a great job. I can see that he has some good help because they're really rolling. So it won't be long, Mr. Harvey. It definitely won't be long.
Well, that is so true. We's at it. It's get hot in the afternoon, but we try to get early start. And maybe till afternoon we might shut it down. We don't want to overheat. One of my grandsons, he's dedicated as I am. I've been carrying him to hunt with me since he's about 6 years old. Because he's in college now, but he's home and he's here with Granddaddy. Every move I make, he's there and he want to learn. He loves dogs also, so hopefully when I get tired of this and he get his own thing going, he'll hang around here in the ground with me and take over this. That's my goal.
Well, guys, if you guys had the pleasure and the privilege of watching the first video Mr. Harvey and I did several months ago, he kind of expressed that then, you know, take you know, a younger person out with you, because it's becoming pretty much a lost interest now with this generation. And I can truly say it really kept me out of a lot of things. You know, I preferred going to the woods when I was a little boy opposed to going to parties and stuff like that. And of course that came along a little bit later, but you know, I'm pretty sure I could have gotten with the wrong crowd. But you know, when I fell in love with hunting and fishing, I'd rather, you know, do that any day than be amongst a bunch of people just out hanging out. So take some of these young people with you when you go out and enjoy the great outdoors, and you know, it's going to benefit you as a parent, as a grandparent, and definitely going to benefit them as children growing up. What we're going to do, we're just going to walk around and just look at, you know, some of the areas in this pen, and like I said, we're not doing anything today. I just was in this area and I decided to come by and give them a holler. Yeah, we're hanging there, guys. We're gonna walk this pen and we're gonna look around, and I'm gonna check out this house that he has built. I hadn't gotten close to it yet, but we're gonna go and put our eyes on it. Look like it got a platform all the way around it.
That's true. Yeah, platform
Okay.
all the way around it, and so I can get a view from either side.
Well, when it's up and rolling, guys, I'll be doing some filming out of that house, so we'll see how it all comes together one day. But for right now, we're just gonna go and see what's taking place. So hang in there with us. Is that what you call a coffee weed?
Yeah, that's a coffee weed right there.
Stuff right there. Okay. Well, throw that ryegrass. It got a couple of months to grow, so.
Yeah.
Once you get those briars in here, that'll be this time next year. It'll be showing up right. You did a lot of work in here, Mr. Harvey.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a wet spot right here where I'm gonna have to. Once I set the center pole, I'm gonna concrete those in.
Okay, yeah.
Then the wet spot, that'll be a corner right there.
Okay, yeah, that's the corner. That's your gate. Gotcha. You got quite a few corners.
Oh yeah, that's the way the property laid out has been chopped up pretty bad.
I see.
And you got to follow the whip line and trying to. I'm staying 12 feet off the property line.
Okay.
So I can maintain that on that side.
Okay. It's heaven on earth, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
How big is that platform, Mr. Harvey?
Platform?
Yeah.
It's like 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
And the inside of that tank is like 5.
It's gonna be nice.
In here, we hadn't finished this, but you know, it'd be a bounce like this, but we're gonna have 2 before
Okay, yeah.
down there. And the door gonna be over there.
Door on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
I got what's going on. Okay. Oh yeah. You put this up in there, it's gonna be nice.
There we go. This door gonna be trimmed like with the one before.
Yeah.
To steady it, better be good and steady where it won't roll.
Gotcha.
Ain't got through with it yet.
Okay. Well, he built it like he was building it to be inspected, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't going nowhere, I can tell you that.
Oh no. Ain't going nowhere.
All right. So that's your puppy pen over there.
That's the puppy pen to our right over there. It's, I'm guessing probably 2 good acres. That's plenty for a puppy pen to get puppies started. And,
Won't be long now, will it?
no, time is drawing near. Won't be long.